Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to Supersize Your Business Annual Challenge Day 31. Today we are talking about the super process, step 5, R for review. I like to create a process for each month, the end of the month, each year, that we use 12 times during the year so that it gets enough practice to install in our subconscious. So we've got another tool in our toolbox to create the goal we want or the problem we want, we can deal with, etc. So I'm sharing, and I have been sharing, Kim's story as part of the challenge. This is the first time we've done an annual challenge in this particular group of mine, so it's kind of exciting and kind of fun, but I'd love your feedback on, is it working or is it not? So Kim, when it comes to the review and evolve step, what are we going to do? We're going to look at where we're at, and we're going to ask ourselves a couple of questions. Yesterday we executed with intention, and today we are reviewing and evolving, meaning we're going to review, check our results, and see if we need to tweak or change something or not. Sometimes we just create a plan and we can follow it through to the end of the year or until we achieve that goal or objective or eliminate that problem or challenge. Other times we have to be a little more proactive than that. So what Kim is going to do is weekly, she is going to look at her dashboard. We created a dashboard for her so that she could see her results and track them. And she'll ask herself, am I on track, or are we on track for our monthly recurring revenue and our margin target? Yes or no. Either we are or we aren't. If we're moving toward it, then we're on track. If we're not, or we're stalled for a period of time, we have to decide if we're going to take action or not. Monthly, we'll do a full financial review, actual versus projected, and then adjust pricing and offerings based on the feedback we're getting from the real information and data, not based on our gut, based on the numbers. And then finally, quarterly, we'll do strategic reviews. Is the business model still optimal? Are we still doing the right things to grow and build and supersize our business? Or do we need to take a check and say, all right, well, that worked, but for some reason we've stalled out. Sales are flat. Our monthly recurring revenue is flat. Our margins are slipping or not going in the right direction. Then we need to do something. Do we need to look at new revenue streams? Do we need to get creative? Do we need to do some joint ventures? There's so many possibilities. So today, what are we going to do? We are going to ask ourselves, what do we review and how do we celebrate? And then if we need to make tweaks and changes and evolve, how are we going to know and how are we going to decide what the next thing we do is? Well, we're probably going to follow the SOAP framework, right? We're going to pay attention to what the situation is, both what the desired one is and where we're at. Then we're going to brainstorm options, pick one of those options, take action, see if it works. So those two frameworks are ones that we'll use every month this year. Not sure where I'm going to build it in. I usually do the SOAP framework on a challenge for the area. We're going to do confidence next month. I'm not going to explain how I came to that conclusion, but because it's a lot of it was just pick one and go. And so let's do the solid foundation framework thing and get our confidence solid, because that will positively impact everything else we do this year. So we'll start on confidence tomorrow. If you have any questions about what we've done so far, we've covered the SOAP framework once, and we will, again, cover that every month in about the middle of the month. And then we will have our super framework at the end of each month, so that by the time this year is over, we'll have done the SOAP framework and the super framework a dozen times. And I guarantee that after a dozen times of actually doing it, it will be a part of your subconscious. And so you can do it automatically without thinking about it, unless it's a bigger problem or challenge area. And with our business, it tends to be more than with our that's not true. I'm just going to say it seems to be a bigger problem with our businesses and our personal life, but that hasn't been my experience with life. So it might not be with yours either. I should never assume. But we can use it, and we can teach other people to use it too, right? So we have a common language, and we can really increase the power of it by including other people when it comes to our businesses. So we are going to ask ourselves today, when am I going to review? Am I going to do it monthly, quarterly, weekly, daily? There are things I track daily. I track my content daily in terms of views and reviews and all these things. So you have to decide what the right frequency is for your business. Then you're going to say, okay, we're making progress. Is it time to celebrate? Because if we don't celebrate along the way, when the going gets rough, guess what? We might want to quit, and we don't ever quit, because quitting is not an option for us as successful people. We can consciously stop doing something, but that has to be a conscious decision that we make, not that we're just throwing in the towel and quitting because it got hard. Because guess what? Life gets hard sometimes, right? Business definitely gets hard sometimes. Our lives get hard sometimes. Things happen that we could never have possibly planned on. I didn't plan on having a 7th cardiac arrest. I didn't plan on the COVID pandemic. I didn't plan on other challenges that have happened in my life. But when they happen, it's up to us to decide how we're going to deal with them. We'll talk about that a lot this year. All right. If I can help you anyway, ask. Let's have an awesome day. I'm feeling under the weather, so I'm going to lay low today. But if I can help you, just reach out. Otherwise, I will, of course, be with you tomorrow. Bye. Oh, I also want to invite you to a couple of things. I was going to cut off, and I forgot. Supersize Your Business School Platform Community. That is where I am moving and doing just about everything going forward from now on, because I am starting to simplify my business and my life. My businesses in my life. And that is one platform that I can do it on. I invite you to join us there ASAP, because the tiers are launching tomorrow. And so what you could get today will cost you big bucks starting tomorrow. It's the only way I can say it. And maybe it's not big bucks to you, but to a lot of people it is. The other thing is my friend Victoria Gallagher has a spiritual, and it's kind of spiritual, but it's a law of attraction and hypnosis community. Right now it's $5. It goes up, I think, to $9 starting on the 1st of February, which is again tomorrow. But you can do the plain for $5 or the premium for $33, which is incredible because it's got this 10K challenge in it, which is great for people just getting started in their business. I will tell you, I'm going through that challenge as part of building my community. It's just a way to actually monetize my community and set an example for that community. But hands down, the most incredible community I have seen on the school network. And there are hundreds of thousands, 200,000 or something. And I think we're at number 4 or number 5 in that particular community. So if you would like to know about that, comment for the school community, Supersize community, Supersize in the comments below. And then for Victoria's group link, just direct message me and I will give you that link. All right. Have an amazing day. And I'll, of course, be with you tomorrow.